Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. The game is to be sold. Yeah. You know what? I was just thinking about some of this stuff on, YouTube, different back and forths with different dating coaches, which I tried to avoid. I really tried to avoid. I mean, if people want to argue and go back and forth, say who's best, say who's doing this, that, and the third, I'm quite willing to let y'all do it. It's like, that's good. I respect everybody. Everybody got their own style and stuff, man. And the reason why I'm like that is because my bottom line isn't like views or subs or who's saying what, who got what from where. My bottom line is how much money is in my account. Seriously, I'm going to tell a story. Let me straighten this a little bit. I'm going to tell a story. Remember years ago, right? I was doing this relationship event with this older brother in the D.C. area. I mentioned him a few times on some videos. His name is Russell Price for people in the D.C. area, right? Because he had written a book, She Might Not Be Your Woman If, powerful book. Yeah, and I know some people trying to get a public, hey, that's a book, I need to talk to that brother, publish that one again. That shit was powerful. But, check it out, right? I remember I did a relationship expo with him. And, he knew about my book, he read my book. And during this expo, I had my time to speak, present my stuff. And I basically summarized my book. And I'm up there thinking, yeah, I did a great job. Concise, told him everything about it. And, dude took me to the side afterwards. He said, that was a great job. Yeah, don't do it again. He said, he admonished me. I mean, this is a dude, he got books, radio shows, present expos. I'm going to listen. Magazines, I'm going to listen because he been in the game, a true OG, right? What he told me was, since you told him your book and told him what's in it, they don't have to buy it. He said, when you get up there and you speak in front of people, you don't tell them your game. Well, he didn't say that, but he said, you don't tell them what's in your book. You want to just you talk about everything else. And then you say, yeah, I got this book. You just want to get them interested in what you're saying, and then they'll want to buy whatever product that you're offering. And ever since then, I always took heed. Like, when I get on these videos and stuff, if y'all really look at it, I give y'all just very little game. I mean, I don't have any problem saying that either. I give y'all very little. I do a lot of commentary, and sometimes I don't even talk about game. I might talk about some TV show or something. Right? And a lot of stuff is just some general life stuff. In fact, a lot of people hit me up, who listen to all of this stuff, and they're just like, I confirm stuff for them. I ain't really telling them anything new, which is cool. They would just, they glad to hear somebody else say it. The reason for it is I really don't give my stuff. Now, every dating coach should have a signature, something that is unique to them, right? Everybody got something, everybody, every single one, and I'm talking about even beyond like this little sector of YouTube. If you start expanding to just other coaches and stuff who ain't in here, and if you white coaches, Asians, coaches across the world, and then even some people who are more mainstream. They ain't a mainstream, like they got an office or something somewhere, boutique office, matchmaker, stuff like that. Everybody got a signature. Now my signature, my thing is really about a man developing sexual charisma, not developing lines, not techniques, but really just developing himself to turn on a woman sexually just by his presence, his magnetism. As people on my, on my private site will say, and they always joke with me, say, yeah, Rom over there in the corner eating buffalo wings, still pulling women. That's how you gotta be. That's my whole thing. That's, a lot of people, I just told people about my VMO videos and stuff, and the link is in the description box. Y'all check out development of sexual magnetism. That's the core of what I'm teaching. Everything else is just some extra, just some commentary. It really is. Like some extras, some nuances, some add-ons. But the core is always about drawing a woman to you sexually, about turning her on. But see, y'all notice I don't talk about that a lot on here. I might do, like, one basis of it is the body. And I do every 200 or so videos or something like that. I might talk about the body. And I talk about it more privately. And that's just one aspect of it. Just one. Right? But other than that, nah, I don't give away a lot. I don't give away a lot. I just talk in general and stuff. Which I don't have a problem with. Because people got to realize it's a business. Because you get some other people. I know some other people who dealing more in the sexuality area and everything. The sexual aspect, because when you get down to it, and I said this in my book, that's the only real difference between a nice guy and a player. Women want to have sex with the player. So my logic is, okay, what the players doing? What kind of thing? How they turning on the women? And in fact, if you talk to women, and I've never seen this to fail, they'll meet a guy who got everything that guys think a woman want, right? They'll have looks. Definite looks. They'll have height. They'll have money. Shit, they'll be a cool person. They can even make a woman laugh. They'll do all that shit, right? And all the general stuff we'll talk about, which is important. But at the end of the day, a woman has to feel chemistry. She got to feel something in her loins. And it's not always, even though all that stuff goes a long way towards it, it could still be something in that woman that just turned her on. That's why I did those videos about the imprint. If a woman's imprint was some Quasimodo looking dude, and, her first dude, and then the other two looks close to Quasimodo, 3 ugly, deformed dudes, well, guess what that woman's going to get turned on by? So, really, I deal a lot with that. And then, sexual techniques and stuff, that's my deeper stuff. Like how to turn out a woman. Like, really turn her out and stuff. Like, a lot of dudes don't really, a lot of dudes so focused on meeting a woman that they don't think, okay, what you gonna do once y'all in bed? You trying so hard to get her in bed, it's like, okay, now what? What, you gonna pump for 5 minutes and go? Shit. Nah. My thing is, well, how you gonna turn on the woman, and then how you gonna bring her to orgasm? Which, ironically, in my book, Sexual Chemistry, ironically, it don't sell the way I think it should. I really don't. I think it was deep for people. But a lot of people don't deal with that book. But shoot, I got a specific method for turning on a woman and turning her out. It's a very specific method. Because somebody in my private group, they mentioned it. I was like, oh, snap. Somebody actually read my stuff. But that's more me. That's more my style. My thing is like cut to the sex. That's why I'm into. I'll be mentioning stuff like sets of 9 or 9 levels of orgasm or something. Or even sexual personality types. Because even that, and that's something else that's on my VMO page. Like the sexual personality types of women. Each woman is going to respond to a different man in a certain sexual manner. Like you got some women who are going to, they ain't going to be comfortable with a man. They ain't going to be comfortable with a man unless they have some type of control. And then you got some women, they ain't going to be comfortable. You got some women, these are the more interesting ones to kind of deal with. It's like they'll marry somebody will be in a relationship with them, and then but the sex with that person will be lousy. I mean, it's just like no buzz happening, nothing. Be pedestrian if they even have sex. And the only way they can get off because of their personality is they got to be with somebody and it's on some sneaky shit. They the type who will be a mistress or have a dude on the side for years or something like that. And then you have some women they ain't gonna have sex with you unless you got all that surface shit. So it's always something, you know. It's always something. So I got that's more me. That's more getting into that aspect of it, the deeper aspect, and who's gonna click with who and all of that shit. But like I said, I don't give it away for free. I don't give it away for free because something I peeped on. One thing I peeped on YouTube, and I gotta say this for everybody. And this is why I don't get into subs or even views or something. A lot of people, you could have, like, I throw out a number like 10,000 subs, right? But all those 10,000 don't even all watch your videos, or they definitely don't buy your products or donate, right? Or even all the views, that same number of people, if you get 1,000 views, and that's relatively low. If you get 1,000 views, you're lucky if you can get 100 people out of that. And that's just a sales thing. You get 100 people out of that to buy something, you're doing good. And that's just a sales thing. Like if you got a grocery, no, like clothing store. Everybody who walk through there ain't gonna buy your shit. Some people just gonna walk through, look, and come out. And a lot of the stuff on here is just that. Rom focuses on the customers, so that's where, I just give just enough, just talking and shit. But the real stuff, nah, you got hit up Rom's products and shit, right? Like I said, this ain't game is to be sold. Cause it's kind of funny. I get some comments say, "Man, you giving too much game away for free." I'm like, nah, no, I ain't. No, I ain't. I'm just giving commentary away for free. People want deeper stuff. My pockets need to be blessed. So, now I just wanted to share that, man. It's like, you know, it's about the money. Seriously. Seriously. I got a couple pimps and stuff. They be having me out here. My sons are my pimps. They just shit. That's Rom's soft spot right there. So I have shit. And especially the oldest one and stuff. He kind of shy, but he trying to holler at some women. I say shit. I be out with his ass. Be out with him at a mall or something, man. Be a whole bunch of girls saying hi to him and shit. One group of girls called his name in unison and shit, like a whole crew of them and stuff. And he acting like women ain't checking for him. I was like, I'm worried about grandkids already. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, have a good day today. Peace.